Good morning. For today's lesson in computing, we are going to look at the part of the computer. I hope some of you know what a computer is, and you even have computers in your homes. So for today's lesson, we'll be looking at devices that are called or referred to as computers, and some parts of the computer, that's the desktop computer. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to be familiar with devices that are called or referred to as computers. Now let's look at what a computer is. I hope you know what is a computer. We always say that a computer is a machine. Yes, a computer is a machine. But what does it do? So let's look at what a computer does. So a computer is a machine or an electronic device that accepts data, processes the data, stores the data, and gives out information. So that's the work of a computer. It accepts data, processes the data, stores the data, and gives out information. When we talk of data, we are referring to whatever we put into the computer. So when you type on the computer keyboard, you are giving data to the computer. And when this data gets into the computer, it works on the data, saves some of the data on its memory, and gives out information, which we normally see on the computer screen or comes out as sound. So that is how a computer works. And we have many devices, not only the desktop computer. We have many devices that work the same way. It accepts data, processes the data, stores the data, and gives out information. So we have many devices that work the same way as the desktop computers. And all those devices are also called computers. They are also examples of computers. So computers help human beings a lot in doing their work. I hope we can mention some of the use of computers. We use computers in typing of letters. We use computers at the hospital places. We use computers at banks. We use computers as children in playing of what? Games. So those are some of the uses of computers. Now let's look at some devices or machines that are also referred to as computers. We have the first one to be desktop computers. We'll look at how their pictures look like. So we have desktop computers. The next one we have laptops. We have mobile phones or smartphones. The next one we have tablet PC or tablets. The last one we have iPhones and iPads. So these are some few examples of devices that are classified or known as computers. They all work in the same way. They accept data from a user, processes the data, stores some of the data, and gives out information. So all these devices are examples of computers. Now let's look at the images of these computers. So the first one is the desktop computer. We'll look at how the desktop computer is and some parts of the desktop computer. So as we can see over here, this is what we call the desktop computer. Okay, this device can be laid on the table flat, or you can put it on the ground for it to stand vertical. So this part of the computer is what we call system unit. I hope some of you know what a system unit is. So this is what we call the system unit. Then we have this one. It's not a TV. We call it monitor. This is not TV. It's called monitor. Then we have this one to be the keyboard, the computer keyboard. Then we have the last one below here to be the computer mouse. So all these components comes together to form the computer system. So it has the system unit, the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse. So these are the basic components of the computer system. Now let's have a look at other devices that are also referred to as computers. So we have this one too. This is a laptop. A laptop is also an example of a computer. As we can see, a laptop too is having a monitor or a screen over here. It's also having a keyboard. Okay, the base over here can also work the same as the system unit. Then we have this side as the touch pad. It also works the same way as the mouse. So it has a screen, a keyboard, each system unit, then a touch pad, which works the same as the mouse. Now the next one is the mobile phone. So the mobile phone too is an example of a computer. It also accepts data, processes the data, stores data, and gives out information or displays information on its screen. And the next one, we have the tablet PC. The tablet PC. We have a tablet, as we can see over here. Then it's being connected to an external keyboard. So the tablet PC is also an example of a computer. Then we have the iPad. We have iPad. It looks similar to that of the tablet. This is made by Apple company, and it's also an example of a computer. We'll end our lesson here and continue next week, Thursday.